1,000 subscribers. And so today I am going to share with you some things I've learned as a content creator the past few years. And we're going to do a very special giveaway to say thank you. Welcome back to my channel. I am Cherie Lynette. So in order to celebrate hitting 1,000 subscribers, I thought I would do a video today over my experience as a content creator. I've actually get asked about this quite a bit, but I don't shoot a lot of content about it because I usually focus on my homeschool content. But today I am going to be sharing things that I would tell any mom who is thinking about becoming a content creator, just from my experience over the past almost 6 years of being a motherhood content creator myself. And in this video, I am going to be showing you guys the giveaway that I am going to be doing to say thank you so much for helping me hit 1,000 subscribers. So I'm going to give you the full details of how to join the giveaway at the end of this video. But to show you what the giveaway is going to include, you're going to get to select any of my homeschool seasonal merch that is out now. I have the cutest sweatshirts out or t-shirts, and you're also going to get to pick any digital product from my store if you win this giveaway. So make sure you watch to the end so I can give you all the details on how to sign up for the giveaway. Now let's jump into things I would tell a mom if she was thinking about becoming a motherhood lifestyle content creator. Number 1. This is a business, and I know because content creating looks like so glamorous and so fun. A lot of people think it's just like, yeah, you just grab your camera, you shoot, and like that's all you need to know. And it's like, no. This is a business, and if you want to actually make money and you want to actually not get taken advantage of in this business, you need to take the time to learn it. And there is a lot more to it than it's a lot, because you have your content creating side where you're learning how to shoot, how to edit, how to take photos, how to actually make the content. But then you have the business side of it when you're working with brands, where you have to understand your contracts and what they're asking of you, and is what they're asking of you actually worth what they're paying you? And you have to know how to deal with like the income that you're making, the taxes. It's a business. And so you have to learn it all. Don't get overwhelmed. It's a step-by-step process. When I first started, I didn't know anything. You're gonna make mistakes. I made plenty in the beginning when brands were coming to me and they were like, yeah, we want this. I was doing too much. Like, I know one brand, I remember in the beginning, I worked with them. They stopped working with me because I started asking for what I should be compensated, and they never worked with me again. I don't think they wanted, no, they did want videos. They wanted images, they wanted videos. And one time they asked me for like I want to say 4 videos and like 15 images for $350. And I did it. And that was the last time I did something like that with them, because I found out, whoa. Whoa, that was, I did too much. Then I gave content away in perpetuity. And back then I didn't know what that meant. Again, I had to learn my business. So perpetuity means they own the content that I give them forever. They own it. They own that thing. They can chop it up. They can use it how they own it. And you don't ever give your content away in perpetuity. And I didn't know that then. So as I've learned my business, I've learned, oh, there's licensing. So now, like, I have videos now that brands pay me a yearly fee to use my videos and as ads or however they like, but they don't own my video. They get to use them for the year. And then if they want to use them the next year, they come back and they pay me another licensing fee. So it's no different than like a singer, like if Beyonce or Taylor Swift or whatever. If I make a movie and I want to use one of their songs, I can't just use it. I have to pay them a licensing fee to put it in my movie. I don't own it, but I can use it. It's no different than our content. And it took me learning the business to figure this all out. So it really helps. And what I did was I found people to help coach me and teach me to like speed up the process so I could learn what I was doing faster and I wasn't like fumbling through on my own. But with that being said, that will go to my next point. There's a whole bunch of social media gurus out there. There's so many people. If you put out a video saying this is how you can get more views, or this is how you can grow your account fast, or those videos get views because a lot of people are on there trying to build careers as content creators, influencers, and they get the views and the likes. But the problem is you have to be very careful, because everybody who makes these videos doesn't necessarily know how to coach you or help you perform better. They just know how to make videos about this topic, which can do well. So you have to be careful. Every coach out there is not a good coach. They will take your money and they won't help you with anything. Or you hire a coach, which I do recommend. If you can invest in anything in your business to accelerate your growth process, 100%. Just make sure you do your due diligence and your research, because you can end up paying for something that is just going to waste your money. And my husband and I have had that happen a couple times with coaches we've hired, and it sucks. It happens, but do your due diligence, and yeah, it'll help accelerate your process. All money ain't good money. And this is really important when it comes to not only your rates, but it's also your audience. So for example, I'm not going to take a job or accept working with a brand that is not in alignment with something that I wouldn't personally use and then share that with my audience. To me, that's disrespectful. I've spent years trying to build a community of women who trust me, and the last thing I'm going to do is just try to sell them anything to get a check when I don't even believe in what I'm selling. So when you create your audience and your community, you are creating a group of people who look to you and trust you. Don't break that for a check. It's not worth it. It takes years to build trust. It takes years to build community. It takes one bad taste in somebody's mouth to break that trust. Just one time. So don't take brands if there's certain products I personally wouldn't use, I'm not going to tell you to use it. If there's certain things that don't align with my values, I'm not going to share it with you. And so that's big. I know a lot of creators, sometimes you might need the money. And let me tell you, sometimes it's hard to walk away from checks. I've had to walk away from some checks, but I cannot in good conscience share anything that I don't agree with. And I will not compromise on my rate. You need to have a walk away rate at some point. Once you've started working with brands and you feel like, okay, I show that I can make quality work, they're coming to me, they're asking me, or even if you're pitching yourself, but this is what I'm worth. And I don't care if it's $100 or whatever you decide, for my time, because you have to think content creating is a lot of work. Once we decide, okay, let's work with the brand, now they either give me a brief I have to follow, or I have to come up with a concept and present it to them. But I have to shoot this, right? Most times it includes I have to do hair and makeup. I have to write out, okay, what is the whole script? What are the talking points? What are all the things that I need to hit? Then I need to make sure I shoot things in a engaging way that's going to make the brand happy, make the audience want to watch. It's hard to get people to watch ads. As soon as people see sponsored, they keep scrolling. And sometimes you'll shoot things, you might notice something in the background, oh crap, I got to go reshoot that. Or you send it to the brand and they're like, okay, yeah, we need you to go back and revise this. And so you change it. But basically, it's a lot of work. Everybody thinks you just pick up your camera and shoot. It's not that easy. It is like shooting, like I said, a commercial. And so before you agree to terms with a brand, you have to say, is this worth my time? Is this worth the amount of energy and time I have to put in this? I've had to say no to a lot of things because they didn't want to pay me my rate. They were asking for too much for what they wanted to pay me, or they were asking for perpetuity. And I was really frustrated with the brand a few weeks ago because they wanted me to do a video for them. It was a good paying job. I agreed to do it, but I told them they needed to change the perpetuity in the contract because I don't do perpetuity, and they refused. They were like, no, that's how it has to be. And so we went our separate ways. And was I sad about that check? Yes, I was. I am a strong believer that God gives you double for your trouble. So if it doesn't work out for you, something better is around the door. And sometimes it takes a long time around the door, around the corner. But sometimes it takes a long time for me to get around that corner. And I'm like, God, like, I passed this up. But it always works out, and it's always for a reason. And I can tell you this, every time I have compromised on, in the beginning, because I don't do it anymore, but every time I compromised on my price for a brand, because I rationalize like, oh, it's a big brand, it'll look good on my portfolio, or like I could really use this money right now, like I want to go do this, or I want to go buy this and this would help, then that brand would be the most worrisome brand that I worked with. I'm talking about, I have had brands pay me thousands of dollars, like the easiest to work with. I shoot the content, they look at it great. They might suggest an edit. Sometimes they don't. They're like, this is exactly what we're looking for. Because one thing about me, I'm going to read my brief 3, 4, 5 times. I'm going to make sure I'm hitting all the points that they asked for, and I'm going to deliver. Okay. But if they ask me for any changes, I've had some brands that it's just been like amazing to work with. But the ones that wanted to pay me the pennies, the ones who paid me the least, they are the ones that would be like, yeah, at like 0.2 seconds, we want you to do this. And then like putting like things that weren't in the brief. Anything outside of that, I'm not required to do because you told me what you wanted. So I promise, after I know one time, the last time I did it, this brand, it was a $200 product. So I accepted a $30 payment, and I should have known better. And I was like, it offsets because, you know, it was a cool product. I thought my kids would like it. I told you, I messaged that brand and I was like, I'm sending this back. You can keep your $30. I'm not doing this, because they kept asking me to do things that weren't in the brief, and I was just done. And after that, I never compromised on my prices again. Our kids matter. And I don't feel like I should have to say this, but I've seen enough online where I feel like, okay, you should. So when it comes to your kids being in content, some moms are just 100% against it, and some moms include their kids in their content all the time. I feel like just with everything else, this is a personal choice for you and your family. I don't judge either way, unless I feel like you're exploiting your children. So if your children are in your content, like I told y'all, this is work. This is a job. If I have to do a campaign, it's not like just some fun video where I'm shooting with my kids or whatever. It's like, no, we have to get the shots the way the brand wants us to. We have to make this look good. So we might have to say, okay, shoot it again this way, or try it this way, or do this, or pose this way. It is a job. Okay. So for one, whenever I get offered a campaign that includes my children, I don't ever accept it without talking to them. I'm not agreeing to them working if they don't want to work. And sometimes that meant no. My son is not about being on camera. Like, he really doesn't want to do social media or be on camera or things like that. He'll be in my videos in the background and stuff, but like doing ad campaigns, he's not in, like, no. My daughter, yes. So I already know I've had to say no to jobs that he could have been in or toys he could have been in when he was younger. Daughter, I go to her and I'm just like, hey, is this a job you want to do? My daughter's about being on camera and she's about making her money. So she's like, yes, because I pay her. If they're going to be in my content and they are going to have to work, then they should be getting paid. Like, this was always a no-brainer for me. My kids always got paid for being in my content. If I'm getting paid, you're getting it paid, because you have to show up and you have to do the work just like I do. Granted, I'm doing a lot of the work. I still want them to learn to value themselves, value their time, and understand that their effort and their time is worth something. And so it's actually been really good for us because we've learned about negotiation. Every project that we do is different. The amount that they have to be involved is differently. Sometimes I just need them. It's a family video. I'm the focus. they just have a cameo. Sometimes they're the like main person in the video where it's a toy or something and the video is about them. So I have to like have them do most of the work. And so my daughter is a very good negotiator, and I love it because she makes sure she gets compensated fairly, and I make sure that she fights to get compensated fairly, because I don't want her to ever feel like in the real world that she should settle or compromise. Like, her time and her energy are worth money, and she should get paid for it. So pay your kids. If they're doing videos and you're making money, then they should be making money too. Now, if you don't want to give them the access to the money, put it in an account. Let it grow. Let it build. Depending on how much the check is for my kids, I either give them the whole thing or I give them some and I put the rest away. Like, however you want to do it. And if you have a child like my son, who's really not like a in front of the camera person, like my son has just no desire, then I didn't want to leave him out where he didn't have opportunities to like make money too, just because he didn't want to be on camera. So he helps me behind the scenes. He helps me set up the shots. Sometimes we have to go like out on town. We do like photo shoots around Austin or around like the city. And he helps me with like carrying all the props and different things or the outfits that we have. And he helps me, I might be shooting a video and he helps me take photos. So there's ways to incorporate your kids who don't necessarily want to be on camera, but they get to be a part of it also, make a little money too. Like, let it be a family affair. It's really, for me as a homeschool mom, I feel like it's been a really good like learning lesson on the business side of things, showing them how to handle business, contracts, how to make money. So, you know me, I'm going to find the lesson in everything. Lastly, you should love it. I love creating content. I didn't realize how much I was going to love it. And I know I love it because I am they make fun of me because I guess this is a Gemini quality. I do a lot of things. Like, one month I might be painting, the next month I might be playing the violin, or like I jump to a lot of activities. I get bored very easily. And I have been doing content creation since 2019. And even through homeschooling, even through my sickness, even through like everything I've been through the past few years, I have still been creating content. There is just something about it that just brings me such joy and such light. I feel like it gives me so many things creative wise, community wise. You have to love it because it is hard. There's not always going to be people showing up for you. You're going to see your numbers go up and you're going to see your numbers go down. I've had years where like my accounts just felt like they're exploding. And I've had years where my accounts just feel like they're stagnant. And it's just like, why am I even showing up? But again, I love it. I love the connection. I love shooting videos. I love being creative. I love creating content for brands. And you need that because the mental part of it, it's a lot. It can wear you down. It can drain you. And so you have to have a love for it. You have to be doing it again for the right reasons, your why. This is something that being a content creator, a motherhood lifestyle content creator is something that you're interested in doing. It's 100% doable. I would say this, the best part that I've gotten from this out of everything is that it made me document things that I probably wouldn't have documented before. And I know people are always like, oh, like content creators are always on their cameras and always they can't be in the moment. I have moments pop up that I don't remember. I would not even remember if it didn't pop up in my memories. And it's because I recorded them. And the only thing I wish is I would have started being a content creator when they were babies. And I wish I had more content then. I have like a few videos like here and there, but nothing like for 2019. So my daughter was 5. So I started when my daughter was 5 and my son was 7. And I have so many photos and videos and clips and just like behind the scene moments of us shooting ads. And it's just like, that's my biggest thing, is like, it makes me document life. So even if your goal isn't to be like the biggest influencer or even to work with a whole bunch of brands or anything like that, like it's just something you're interested in for fun. Like, that's what I'd say has been the best thing I got out of it. Like all of these memories, especially because I've been really emotional this year. my kids are 13 and 11 now, and it's like something just switched this year where they're just like not bothered with me anymore, and I'm having a really hard time. I need all the memories I can get. So if you only do it for that reason, because I promise you it goes so fast, then do it for that reason. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching again. If you have any questions on being a content creator for me that I didn't cover, like I don't usually talk about this, so I don't feel like, I don't know if I like went as in depth if y'all need it or if it was too much. I don't know. Just let me know. But now for our giveaway. So as I said, you can pick one of these sweatshirts and you'll be able to pick one of my digital products. So in order to enter the giveaway, all you have to do is make sure you're subscribed, because I'm going to check. Make sure you're subscribed, like this video, and then tell me which sweatshirt you would like in the comments. And then I am going to contact you by Sunday, which is going to be October 5th. Guys, as usual, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for helping me hit 1,000 subscribers, and I will see you guys next week.